Доброго дня, вітаємо вас на черговій зустрічі проєкту «Більше, твій, ЧНУ». Сьогодні ми маємо честь поспілкуватися з Тобіасом Арандом, професором педагогічного університету міста Людвігсбург. Професор Аранд приїхав до Чернівецького національного університету, щоб вкотре передати гуманітарну допомогу для внутрішньопереміщених осіб, а також військових. Професор Аранд поділиться своїми враженнями про Україну, а також про процес передачі гуманітарної допомоги нашим людям. Залишайтеся з нами, щоб дізнатися більше.
Okay, so greetings dear Professor Arand. So we're welcome you in our university. So please, if you could just give your answers to some questions. So how many visits to Ukraine have you already made? Because we know that this is not your first time here.
Yes, it's not my first time. The first time I've been here in 2017, and it's now my visit number 6, and it's great to be here again.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. So are you not afraid to come to Ukraine in this time?
No, why should I? It's more dangerous to drive by car on the Romanian streets than to be in Ukraine.
Thank you. And how do your relatives and your friends react to your visits to Ukraine? Are they worried about you?
Yes, they are a little bit, but for me it's important to be here to show you that we stand with Ukraine. Mm-hmm. And I'm not afraid. Mm-hmm. No.
Okay, thank you. And why did you make such a decision to help Ukraine during this harsh time for us? What were your motives?
One of my motives is that my grandfather was from Kharkiv, mm-hmm. and my mother told a lot about him, but we are a partner university of university in Chernivtsi and Ludwigsburg. We are partners, and I've been here the first time, like I told, mm-hmm. 2017, and I found friends with Sergei and Oksana, and you have to help when mm-hmm. your friends need help.
Okay.
It's my duty.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for your answer. And could you please describe more specifically about the collection of aid for Ukraine?
Yes, when this war starts in February 2022, we directly make some emails to our colleagues mm-hmm. and our students, and that we wanted to collect for the university, and it was a great success. Mm-hmm. They gave what they could give, and it's quite simple. You need some public relations, and then you will have some goods. But it's in the moment it's a little bit difficult mm-hmm. because many Germans think it's too long, the war, and mm-hmm. it should end now. I don't agree.
Yeah, I see. Thank you. And how do your colleagues, could you tell me please more about the reaction of your colleagues to your actions, and do they share your views?
Like whole Germany, my colleagues are divided in two parties. Mm-hmm. One party says, it's okay what I'm doing, mm-hmm. the other says, why do you do it? I don't understand it.
Yeah, sure. We know like this point of view for some kind. Okay, thank you for your answer. And is this aid aimed for IDPs only, or does this help extend also for military personnel?
It's aimed to everybody who needs mm-hmm. help.
Okay, thank you. And could you tell me please, who specifically do you cooperate in Ukraine with? Maybe some organizations or companies?
Yes, with Gedankendach mm-hmm. and Oksana Matishuk mm-hmm. and with Sergei Luganyuk mm-hmm. from the Foreign Office of the University of Chernivtsi. Mm-hmm. And we meet our colleagues mostly in Radauci mm-hmm. on the Romanian side, and gave them our humanitarian transport.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. And how was the reaction of German society to your actions?
Like I just told, some find mm-hmm. it's all right, and the others say, why do you do it? Mm-hmm. Many Germans are not interested mm-hmm. in what happens in Ukraine. That's the truth.
Yeah, thank you. And for how long do you plan to help Ukraine?
As long as it will be necessary.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you for this. And what is your personal experience related to the war in Ukraine? Like, for example, full-scale invasion?
Last year when I have a lecture, we had an air raid alert, mm-hmm. and that was really interesting that I have to continue my lecture mm-hmm. in the shelter room. It's the first time for me to give a lecture in a shelter room.
Mm-hmm. Such a experience yeah. like for the rest of the life. Thank you. And do you know someone personally who suffered from the war in Ukraine?
No.
Okay, thank you. And what would you like to say to Ukrainian nation, to people in Ukraine?
Let me quote Winston Churchill. It will be important that Ukraine shall never surrender.
Thank you. And like to the other side, what would you say to the German society?
The same. It is important that we shall not surrender against fascism.
Thank you. And what are your general impressions from Ukraine?
It's a young nation with all problems young nations have. It's a long way to be democratic, be free, but I see many Ukrainians with a good spirit, and that's very impressive.
Okay, thank you.
I've been first time here in 2017, like I just told, and I've gave some lectures, and I did not knew what will expect me, and an interesting experience was to give lectures to Ukrainian students, because Ukrainian students are absolutely different to German students. They are quiet. They don't say something when you ask them. My impression was they are a little bit frightened. They can't handle my way to speak with them. And my German students are mostly very active and sometimes a little loud and not so nice. But then I learned they are interested, but sometimes they are a little bit shameful to make mistakes, to say things which are wrong. And that was a clash of culture, if you want. But I was very impressed from your fantastic university building here. It's really fantastic. And then I visited all the city. I saw the Jewish cemetery. I visited the former synagogue, the Jewish museum. I went to the Brood, and I loved it. And because I loved it, I'm now here for the 6th time. And Ukraine is very impressive in his fight against Russian fascism and imperialism. But I see also the problems like corruption, and I see the problems when you are going to the border. And I spoke a lot with Ukrainians, and they know the problems also. But it's a young nation on a way to be one day a perfect democracy if they will stand against fascism. In the moment, I'm a little bit in doubt that it will work, because the Europeans are going to be. They want peace, but we can't make peace with fascism.
Yeah, thank you. And if you mentioned about the difference between German students and Ukrainian students, so your previous visit to Ukraine, to Chernivtsi specifically, so did you mention some difference in students' behavior, in Ukrainian students' behavior, or it remains like the same?
In 2020, I've been with German students here, and we work together with Ukrainian students. My students, young men, and the Ukrainian students, mostly women. And it was the other way. It was more comfortable for me to handle, because the students are mixed, and they spoke we had 2 love affairs. It was interesting to see, yes, but they have no luck, the love affairs. Okay.
And how do you see the right behavior of Ukrainians in the European arena, so on the European stage? So what is your opinion? How should Ukrainians perform their opinion? So should it be like very strict one, or maybe?
I'm not sure that I've understood your question.
The behavior of Ukrainians on the European stage.
Ukrainian students or politicians?
Yes, maybe students.
We have some students in our university from Ukraine, and they learned how to behave in Germany. That you have to be active, that you have to speak to your professors, that you can ask, that it is okay if you don't know something. But they have to learn it. Ukrainian politicians, Mr. Zelensky is doing a great job. It's very impressive.
That's true. I believe it's because of the Soviet past of the Ukraine, because this behavior, it's like.
Yeah. I know that your professors are mostly more strict, more authoritative than German professors.
And the relations between the professor and student.
But one day it will be.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Thank you again. So on behalf of the Chernivtsi National University, we would like to thank you one more time and very much for your actions, for your deeds, and for the things that you do for us, for your help. And it's really, truly very essential for us in these harsh times. And we do hope soon to join the big European family, and not only spiritually, but formally as well, so we could see our democratic, free, and bright European future.
It's an honor for me to help you.
Thank you.